Okay, let's talk about a fascinating and honestly a pretty challenging idea. Can an entire society get sick? I'm not talking about a virus, but something that infects its collective spirit. Today, we're diving into this powerful concept, collective leukemia.
So here's the core diagnosis. It's called collective leukemia. And forget biology for a second, this is a social cancer. The idea is that it starts to spread when a society as a whole just willingly gives up its own power, its own responsibility.
All right, let's break this down. To really get it, we need to start by looking at the symptoms of this social disease. And this is where you see the huge gap between the promise and the cold, hard reality. The ideal, right? That's progress, stability, strong communities. But the reality, under this illness, looks very different. We're talking useless numbers, weak leadership, and the tough pill to swallow. We become accomplices in our own decay. And here's the really uncomfortable thought. We're not just passive victims in this scenario. Inaction costs something. By not doing anything, we kind of become silent partners, helping this social cancer to keep on growing.
So the big question is why? Why would a society fall into this kind of trap? What is so appealing about the emptiness? Well, it seems to be the siren song of easy, hollow promises.
When a people gives up its power, it leaves a vacuum. And, just like in physics, politics can't stand a vacuum. It gets filled almost instantly by what the text calls the engineers of interest. This whole dangerous bargain is held up by just two ideas, only two. But man, they are so seductive that they can bring an entire society to a grinding halt. And there they are. Two simple, almost childlike thoughts. Let's just save ourselves the trouble, and someone else can do it for us. These aren't just thoughts. They're presented as the actual infectious agents of this collective leukemia. And this desire for the easy path, well, it sets the stage perfectly for a huge show, a spectacle of deception. The process of seduction is laid out here in what feels like a 4-act play. Act 1, the people just don't want to do the work. Act 2, someone swoops in, offering to save them the trouble. Act 3, a dazzling, multicolored army appears on stage to distract everyone from the emptiness behind it. And the finale, the society, totally hypnotized, gives a standing ovation. And here's the real kicker. The deception isn't just random, it's custom-made. The biggest lies are always built around the very things that the society, deep down, doesn't want to do for itself. So what's the end game here? What's the final prognosis of this disease? It's pretty much inevitable. The system that was created to save us from our problems eventually turns against us. Remember that impressive, multicolored army that was supposed to solve everything? Well, it's described with these 5 devastating qualities. It's useless, weak, hollow, and empty. But it's that last quality that's the most dangerous of all. It's a traitor.
And here comes the ultimate betrayal. The system that was designed to save the society ends up doing the unthinkable. It eats it from the inside out. It kills its own social body, its own people.
The final image for this society is just devastating. It's like a brand new Camaro, Shiny, beautiful on the outside. But then you pop the hood, and there's nothing. No engine, no parts. Just a spectacular, empty shell. After a diagnosis that bleak, the obvious question is there a cure? Luckily, it's not all doom and gloom. An antidote is proposed, one that's based on consciousness, on action, and, crucially, on nonviolence. And the prescription isn't more force or more aggression. It's the total opposite. The cure is a principled response, conscious action, peaceful and just dialogue, and a complete rejection of violence. Really, it all boils down to responsibility. At the end of the day, it all comes down to this. The diagnosis turns back on us, on each and every one of us. It's no longer about them, it's about you and me. And the question is as simple as it is direct. Are you willing to do the work? A reflection from Leandro Francisco Godoy.